Most real estate agents are really good at generating leads, whether that be buyer leads or seller leads. The problem is there typically is no real follow-up system that allows them to engage and meet the buyers where they're at. They either spam the buyers, they either forget to follow up with the buyers altogether, and ultimately they end up wasting the lead. Today, I'm going to show you a proven buyer follow-up system that keeps the buyers engaged and turns interested parties that are prospects into clients, into contracts, into closing. Now stay to the end because I have a special ChatGPT prompt that you can borrow, steal, copy, paste, and boom, you're going to have 12 weeks of pre-written, pre-canned, powerful messaging that all you need to do is copy, paste, and send to your buyers. But before we get into that, let's talk about our system and how we're going to engage with our buyers on an ongoing basis. There's no right system. There's no wrong system. The only system you should be using is the system that works for you and your style. When I first started, I started with the old school 3x5 index cards. I have the yellow, the white, and the blue index cards. And each one of those represented a timeline of where my buyers were in their journey. For example, I had my 30, 60, 90-day buyers. Those were my super hot buyers that I followed up with on a regular basis. Then beyond that, I had my 90 to 180-day buyers, and those were kind of the warm buyers, right? I need to incubate those for a little bit. And then beyond that, I had my 180-day plus buyers. Now, I wasn't about to disregard those, but those really need to just be put on the shelf and be incubated until they were fully ready. Now, how do we know where our buyers are in their journey? Well, one, we identify the motivation. Is there a need? Is there a have to versus a want to when it comes to moving? If there's a have to, job relocation is a big one, various other life events, those are have tos in regarding to buying a property. It needs to occur. It really is of a high motivation to the buyers. Then there's the want to or the nice to have. These are buyers that are not necessarily having to move, but they're looking to move. Maybe it's one of our clients looking to move closer and reduce their commute. Those are the nice to have. Those are the want to. So first thing we want to do is determine motivation. Have to, want to. The have tos are really going to be, well, they're going to be of more urgency, but it doesn't begin and end there. We also need to look at where they are in their pre-approval process. I talk about this extensively because when working with buyers, we need to identify, have they already been pre-approved? If they haven't, not all is lost, but there's a big difference between wanting to purchase a house and knowing that you're able to purchase a house and at what price point you're able to purchase. So you as a real estate professional should be very cautious about spending time with buyers that are considering getting pre-approved. If they're pre-approved and ready to go, boom, that's a hot buyer. That's a 30, 60, 90-day buyer. If they have not been pre-approved, then they're probably a little bit longer in the system and you want to incubate it a little bit more and nurture them and move them towards the pre-approval process. But in regard to follow-up, no matter where they are along in the journey, they need to be engaged with. They need to hear from you. They need to be top of mind. And most importantly, we as real estate professionals should be providing education on an ongoing basis. So you can go the old school 3x5 index card route. You can go the notepad route, or you can go the more automated CRM route. I'll tell you, there's no right or wrong system. Ultimately, you just want to get a system that's going to get out and going. Even if you're starting with the 3x5 index cards, that's fine. My goal, my role, my mission, and my purpose, and my hope for you is that you will eventually evolve to an automated system. Why? Because that allows you to scale, maximize your efforts. Take that ChatGPT prompt that I'm going to provide for you at the end of this video, copy, paste, set up that 8, 10, 12-week buyer nurture campaign, set it, forget it, let it do its work. So we have our buyers organized, whether that's old school, new school, doesn't matter as long as they're organized and we commit to following up. So now that we've committed to following up with our buyers and we've identified our system for following up with buyers, now let's go to our final phase, which is the actual follow-up sequence. What do we say and how do we nurture our buyers? And most importantly, how do we meet our buyers based on where they are in their buy system? Well, if you click the link below, I have a ChatGPT prompt that all you need to do is copy the prompt, drop it into ChatGPT, and it's going to spit out 12 weeks of marketing follow-up specifically for buyers. This 12-week campaign will allow you to copy, paste, set it, and forget it. If you're using an automated platform, say like Kajabi or some other email campaign, set it and forget it. If you're doing more of the 3x5 card route and you're doing more manually, that's fine too. Just take the email campaign, set it in a Word document off to the side, and then when it comes time to follow up with that particular buyer, just simply copy, paste, drag and drop, and away you go. Next steps. 1, identify the system you're going to use. If it's 3x5 index cards, that's fine. If it's notepads, that's fine too. If it's a platform or a CRM, even better. I've also posted a link in the bottom for the platform that I use. It's called Kajabi. There's multiple platforms out there. Kajabi just seems to work for me. Why? Because there's an option to provide downloads, which is extremely powerful. Also, I'm able to create newsletters. So those are 2 things I really lean on really hard. And I think if you're working with buyers and sellers, the ability to provide downloads for them that captures the email address and the ability to provide newsletters on an ongoing basis is extremely powerful. The link I'm providing is an affiliate link, so if you choose to use it, I do earn a small commission. The second thing is a link to a download that is a prompt for ChatGPT. All you need to do is go to ChatGPT, copy this prompt, paste it into GPT, and it's going to spit out a 12-week email marketing campaign for you that you can either set in its entirety inside your Kajabi or other platform, or you can copy and paste as one-offs each and every time you engage with your prospective buyers, depending on where they are in their buy journey. With that said, simple. I want to remind you that the best marketing system is the system that works for you and the system that you will use. When it comes to marketing, remember, an imperfect marketing piece out in circulation is better than a perfect marketing piece waiting to be created and not being distributed. So get out there, high impact, high energy, connect with your buyers. I want to remind you, I believe in you. I want you to believe in you. Now get out there and get after it.